So with evaluation, there's something called a rubric. And a rubric basically breaks down how we're evaluating a particular assignment. So it could be a research paper, it could be a written assignment, it could be a dramatization of something new, it could be a public speaking engagement with the students, so they have to speak to an audience. And whatever assignment we're giving them, we should give them the criteria by which they're being graded. And this is called a rubric. And a rubric basically says, if the assignment is how to bake a cake, we're going to grade you on the ingredients. What ingredients are you using in the cake? How are you mixing those ingredients together? How is the timing of the different elements? How long is it baked for? Did your cake sink in the middle? Does the icing taste good? Does it smell good? Or is it burnt to a crisp? And what we're doing is we're just breaking down a workflow of how did you bake that cake, and there's this much points for the choice of ingredients, this much points for execution, this much points for taste. There might be points for presentation when you finally bring your cake to the table, points for the taste. And what that does is the student is very aware, okay, I really need to think hard about what ingredients I'm using. How am I mixing it well? And how do I present it at the end? How does it taste as I'm working towards the end goal? And the rubric helps to do that because it creates a very transparent communication tool from us of this is what we expect for this assignment. These are how many points you need to have in the beginning of your paper, how many points in the middle, and how many points at the end. So I'm a designer and I lead a lot of design schools, and there's certain criteria I'm looking for in a way that a student designs a poster. I want to know, are they using color theory well? Are they mixing the colors together? Do the colors complement one another? What about their choice of typography and font? Are there images? Do the images look natural and flow within the design? And I'll be looking for things like, I want to know, has the student thought about how they've used contrast within their design? How have they repeated elements? How have they used alignment or placement of those elements? And I'll have a grade next, a numerical percentage next to each of those grades. So in any particular school, I might have small assignments in the week-by-week breakdown of the school, and then I might have a final assignment at the end. And those smaller week-by-week assignments would be for a smaller percentage, and then there will be a big project at the end where I can evaluate how they've done during the whole duration of the course. So there's gradual and consistent evaluation, and then one big final evaluation, which is really serious, and they put a lot of effort into that. And this creates a wonderful synergy and a process so that as they learn one aspect, the foundational aspects of the school, they are assessed and they know this is how I'm being assessed. This is how I'm being measured to see whether I've learned what I need to know, whether I can actually do what I've been asked to do, and how my character and my attributes and my confidence is changing week by week as I get more and more excited about learning this topic of study. So I would encourage you to use those rubrics and for you to decide with your staff, how are we going to grade and evaluate this piece? Give that rubric to the students so that they're very aware this is what the staff and the school leader are looking for. This is what my speaker is wanting me to get out of this week, and this is how I show that in my paper or in my research or in my dramatization or in my design, I have paid attention to the rubric and I've consistently handed in my assignment confident that I'm going to get as many points as I can as I look down the rubric. So it's like a checklist that we can tick off and go, yes, I've done that well. Yes, I've done that well. Yes, I've done that well. And God loves to do this. He loves to assess and evaluate what he just did so that he can prepare us for what he's going to do next.